Hello and welcome to Math Plus Tutors. Today we're going to be working with some radicals and doing some operations with them: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. What's a radical? A radical is any number under, say, a square root that doesn't have a complete square in it. So if I have a square root of 3, that's a radical. If I have a square root of, let's say, 18, square root of 18 has a couple of numbers here or factors. 18 could be put as 9 times 2. Well, 9 is a complete square, so if I were to expand that, that means I have square root of 9 times square root of 2. So square root of 9 itself will give me a 3. Square root of 2 doesn't have that ability, so it stays as square root of 2. So my number here reduced to 3 square root of 2. It's still a radical. So I have a couple of questions here I'm going to be working on. First one says, if you have 2 square root of 50 plus square root of 72 plus 3 square root of 18. The question says, perform this calculation and simplify. So let's examine first of all what are the numbers given: 50, 72, 18. I will look for the closest complete square in the 50. Well, I am aware that 50 is 25 times 2. So if I were to expand that, square root of 25 times 2, how about the 72? Well, it's a square root of 36 times 2 plus 3, 18 is a square root, as we've done earlier, 9 times 2. So you see that we ended up with a 2 under the square root in the 3 cases here, but the other numbers multiplied by it are complete squares. I can take that complete square out of this radical and I am left with square root of 25 is a 5, right? So 5, let's multiply by 2, that's a 10. Square root of 2 plus square root of 36, yeah, that's 6. 6 square root of 2 plus 3 times, okay, square root of 9, that's a 3. So 3 times a 3, that's a 9 square root of 2. Now I can simplify this expression. So that's 10 plus 6 plus 9, or I have 25 square root of 2, and that's the simplified version. Okay, the second question says, what if you have square root of x over a squared plus 2 square root of x over b squared minus 3 square root of x over c squared? Can you apply the same skills here and find the solution? Okay. So x here, I don't know whether it's a complete square or not. Better leave it as is. But the a squared, I know that's a complete square. B squared the same, c squared the same. So how about if I take my square root of x over a squared as square root of x over square root of a squared plus 2, again, square root of x over square root of b squared, minus 3 square root of x over square root of c squared. Each one of those can lead me to just one number, so that will be, I'm left with the square root of x still on the top over a plus 2 square root of x over b minus 3 square root of x over c. Since my question says simplify, I need to look here for any way to simplify this expression. I have as square root of x repeated in the 3 terms. I can take that as a common factor. So I'm going to take the square root of x. Outside, I have a bracket. What's left inside the bracket? Well, if I divide this term by square root of x, I get 1 over a. If I do the same for the following term, I get 2 over b. And for the third term, that will be negative 3 over c. That by itself is simplified enough. Or if you are looking for getting a common denominator for your 3 denominators here, I can do that by saying, okay, so square root of x stays the same. Here I have a, b, c as my common denominator. Then what's left from the 1 over a will be bc plus 2ac minus 3ab. And that's the final solution that you're looking for. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel.